This tutorial video is sort of intended for a very specific niche. People that are like me and broke or frugal own a 14-inch woodworking bandsaw that's currently not working, and also a small milling machine. Now, if you're anything like me for real, you'll have a machine that had a broken casting holding this top idler wheel in place. The casting seems to be very, very low quality, a very cheap casting, and very ubiquitous among any of these 14-inch woodworking bandsaws. I went to Harbor Freight recently, and their new model this year has the exact same casting, but either way, buying these new pieces actually costs around $90 to $100 online, depending on how much you actually need to replace, and it requires fully taking it apart. My design, which I've come up with, is a real hack, but it works very well, seems to be strong, and is working for me for a fairly long term, so I figured I'd share. The whole fix really came together when I noticed these in the hardware store. They're built to tighten cable on itself after you've tied knots in it and handle it, and either way, they're about 5/16 and a little bit wide. I figured I could machine the casting down so that it could fit these to hold in the steel pins on the pivot arm thing without having to buy a new one. And so I did that. I chucked it up on my little shoreline and tried machining out the casting. Here's my finished machined product, and you can see it's not the cleanest work in the universe, but they fit well, they hold in nicely, and once they're all assembled, there's plenty of room on the back for nuts and a little bit of Loctite. As for the final assembly, your only real prep is going to be needing to loosen the bolt on this wheel, which will actually be really, really tightly buttoned down. You'll need a wrench to start that, and slide this out. We're going to need to attach this once we've put the casting in place. The casting should just slide in. Then we're going to take the part that I just mentioned, put it in place there, and then slide on the steel U-bolts. Everything should be working if it's held in well side to side, but can still adjust up and down along with this angle of the wheel and the corresponding knob on the back. So, about $2 worth of parts, we've managed to restore a whole lot of life into a very, very useful tool. Thanks for your time.